Hi, my name is Jay the storyteller. Today I'm going to tell you a tailypo story. There once was an old man, living in a cabin out in the woods. He didn't have any real neighbors to speak of. He just lived out in the woods with his 3 hunting dogs, in his lonesome little cabin. He wore plain old clothes and was bald on top. He had a big, bushy gray beard that hung down to his chest. All the grease from the day's work and the day's meals seemed to gather in that beard. The old man rarely washed, and when he did he only did enough so all the grease would drip to the bottom of his beard, weigh it down, keep it from blowin' in the wind. The old man was kind of a mean-spirited fella, and didn't like people all too well, so he tried to stay away from them as much as possible. Everything he needed he usually got from the woods. He got his water for drinking and washing from a nearby river, and he'd get his meals with his rifle and 3 dogs. Besides disliking people, there wasn't much else to the old git, aside from his big appetite. He loved to eat. And since hunting was how he ate, he loved to hunt. He loved venison, and rabbit. A wild bird was okay now and then, but you know those little chicken nuggets, like you get at McDonald's? Yeah, this old man loved something called skunk nuggets. I know what you're thinking, but they're actually really good, even though you have to cook them outside. But on one cold, dark night the old man came back home with his dogs empty-handed. It had been chilly that day, and game had been all but completely absent. The old man grumbled and cursed quietly under his breath since he knew he was going to have to go to bed hungry that night, and he didn't like going to bed hungry. But he couldn't really do anything else, so he started to get ready for bed. As he started to do that though, the old man started to hear a queer scratching noise. The old man looked around trying to find the source of it. A strange kind of scraping sound, like claws on wood. The old man looked around, until he bumped into something thick, something hairy. The old man looked up to see the queerest sight. Hanging down from the ceiling was a long, thick, hairy something, dangling from a hole in the ceiling of the cabin. It wasn't long before the old man figured out that the hole was the source of the scratching, and that he was looking at a tail. The thing hanging in the middle of the room was a long hairy tail, dangling from a creature that was trying to force its way in through the roof. The old man didn't think twice. He grabbed his hunting knife, and in one movement severed the tail from the creature on the cabin's roof. The old man heard a screech come out of the creature, such a god-awful shriek that it shook the whole cabin. The old man watched as the thing pulled its bleeding stump up through the hole in the roof, and heard the thing bound from the roof to the ground outside and scurry off into the distance. The dogs started barking, but the old man paid them no heed. He bent over and picked up the severed tail. The blood was already rising to the top of it. The old man pondered over the size of the thing, how thick and long it was. He pondered over what kind of animal would have such a tail, and he pondered over his empty stomach. The old man laid the tail out on the table, and using a chair as a stand, quickly nailed a board over the hole in the roof. After that was done, he set about building a large fire in the fireplace. He shoved an iron spit through the bloodied end of the tail to the tip, and set it over iron handles which would hold it over the fireplace. The old man's mouth watered as he turned the spit over the fire. The hair singed and flew up off the tail, leaving behind the sweet, succulent meat. The old man could smell it now as the fat started to sizzle in the heat and its aroma wafted to his nostrils. Piece by piece, the old man picked off chunks of the thing from the spit and ate it. Slowly he devoured the thing, chunk by chunk, spitting bits and grease out to his dogs to lap up. Oh, it was delicious. The old man, his belly full and with a smile on his face, put his dogs outside for the night. He put on his nightgown and went to bed. He pulled the covers up to his chest and pushed his beard out over them. He laid back and was about to drift off to sleep when he heard a sound. There was a tappin', all of a sudden. A quiet, but distinct, rap tap tap tappin'. The old man opened his eyes and looked about, rap tap 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 it went, on the side of the cabin. It didn't stop, either, it just went ahead and kept on, rap tap 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 tappin'. Then the old man heard something, almost a whisper, yet clear as day. Give me my tail back. Give me my tail back. The old man felt a cold chill shoot down his spine. He stopped breathing for a bit while he listened to the rap tap 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 on the side of the cabin. Again, he heard. Give me my tail back. Give me my tail back. The old man leapt from his bed and sprinted to the door of the cabin. He removed the latch and threw open the door. He shouted out to his dogs. Get them, ugly weasel. The dogs came a barkin' and a scratchin'. They chased the thing from the side of the house and out into the woods, and when the old man saw the dogs come back, he closed the door again. He crawled back into bed and put his beard back over the covers, and slowly drifted off to sleep. Rap tap tap went the noise again. The old man opened his eyes and looked to the window, where the sound was coming from then, rap tap tap. Give me my tail back. Give me my tail back. The old man bolted up and ran to the front door again. He unlatched the door and called out once again, dogs. Get them, ugly weasel. The dogs came about, bounding and barking again. They ran to the window and chased the thing back into the woods. When they finally came back, the old man closed the door again, got back into bed and put his beard up over the covers. Slowly, he eased down and started to drift back off to sleep. Rap tap tap. The old man's eyes bolted open, and he listened closely, for now the sound emanated from the front door. Rap tap tap. Give me my tail back. Give me my tail back. The old man jumped out of bed and ran to the window this time. He threw open the latch and opened the window, and he called to his dogs once more, dogs. Get them, ugly weasel. It remained all quiet. His dogs never came. The thing had eaten them all up. The old man slammed the window shut and ran back to his bed, pulling the covers up to his eyes. Rap tap tap. Give me my tail back. The old man heard a crack and a horrible splintering as the door's latch broke, and the door swung open. The old man heard something dragging across the floorboards as the thing crept closer, the stump of its tail dragging behind it. Give me my tail back. Go away. The old man whimpered. Give me my tail back. Give me my tail back. The thing was at the foot of his bed now, creeping closer, until crunch.